Hey guys, it's John from Bare Hand Music here. So a couple of years back I did a video performing Tadow by FKJ and Masego, which I played on alto and tenor saxophones. Since then I've had quite a number of people asking if it'd be possible to do a tutorial video and maybe even supply the sheet music, so I thought, well, it's probably about time that I did that. Well, the sheet music is available actually now. It's on Sheet Music Plus, which the link is in the down below, and yeah, so I thought I'd do just a tutorial to teach how to play the actual notes and the rhythms from the piece. So yeah, the video I'm going to do, the tutorial, is going to just cover the lead melody part by Masego. There's also sheet music available for FKJ's harmony part and also his solo, but yeah, as I say, this just covers the main or the lead melody part. It's worth knowing as well, this is a sort of intermediate kind of level, I'd say. You're going to need to know most of the notes and sax, but also some knowledge of key signatures. Yeah, we're going to do up to sort of 3 sharps, F, C and G sharp. Time signatures, well, this would count this in 2 really. Yeah, it's still going to be 8 quavers in a bar like it would be in 4/4, but I'd say 2/2 or split common time, just due to the sort of the feel of the beat of the piece, if you like. So yeah, we'd probably count like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and as opposed to 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. It's just how the groupings would feel really. And then the metronome mark as well, which is above the top of the music, which says minim or half note, if you like, equals 61. So that just means there's 61 minims or half notes every minute. Well, that's equivalent to sort of 1 minim every second really. So if you can count seconds, which is kind of like, so that would be roughly the speed of the minim or the half note. 1 2 1 and 2 and like that. And yeah, so also after that tempo marking, there's a marking which says to play the quavers swung or swing quavers actually, which it's written as like 2 quavers equals a crotchet and a quaver with a triplet over the top of it. So that just means rather than playing like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and like that. So yeah, the quavers are swung. So yeah, there's a general theme to this piece, which is like the main melody, and it repeats over and over, but well, with slight variations really. But quite a common part of that is this triplet that is played by Masego. And I'll just explain it first without the triplet, and just to give you the rhythm of the notes without that, and then I'll put the triplet back in. Hopefully that makes it a bit easier. So the rhythm without the triplet would just be sort of 1 bar of quavers, swung quavers, and then 2 crotchets in the next bar. So the swung quavers would give you like this rhythm, and then 2 crotchets. So if I just play that without the triplet first of all. Okay, and then the triplet, which actually comes in on the second quaver of the bar, is a G sharp to an A. I'll show you. So G sharp, then an A, back to the G sharp, then landing on the F sharp on the 3rd quaver of the bar. So it gives you this effect. Once more. And then if I put that into the phrase or the melody. Okay, so that's the general theme, with variations, as I say, each time. Maybe at the end the last note might change slightly or something. But yeah, just so I don't have to mention the triplet every time. And then there's also quite a number of ornaments that are included. For example, there's like a bend in the first phrase, which I'll be playing and including, but I won't necessarily discuss it here. But if you need further help on that, you can always get in touch with me on, say, Instagram at jon.melville, Jon. Okay, So that first one, for example, it's like a bend on the, well, I'll play it on that note. Okay, and sometimes there's like grace notes and things. Anyway, we'll worry about that another time. Okay, so let's just get into the music and the melody, and we'll go into a bit more detail and break it down a little slower for you. There's also bar numbers listed, which will pop up in the corner of the screen, the bottom corner, and they're referring to the sheet music that is available actually. So that's on Sheet Music Plus, as I said. If it's helpful for you to go and download that, then those reference numbers will match up to that, to the bars. Okay, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so I'm going to go through it in 8-bar sections, and each of those I'm going to break down into 2-bar phrases, which I'll play sort of slowly after showing you the notes, and then I'll show you the full 8 bars together. Okay, so just before the first phrase, there's a little two-note phrase, if you like, which is just a high A with your thumb down the back, and then a G sharp. So it's just this. Okay, and then after that, get straight into the melody, which is where this triplet comes in. So we're going to start on beat 1 with the G sharp, high G sharp, and then the triplet on the G sharp going to the A, back to the G sharp, landing on the F sharp on the 3rd quaver of the bar. Then it's the G sharp, this is all swing quavers at this point, A, which is a bend up to that A, and then from the A we're going down to the G sharp, F sharp, C sharp, and then landing on beat 1 of the next bar on the B, which is a crotchet, then another crotchet on the A, and that's the first 2-bar phrase. So let me just play you that slowly. Okay, and then after that it's a very similar phrase, except it goes up at the end rather than down to the A, so it goes B to E at the end of it. And the other difference is there's a slight little grace note at the beginning, so it's just an F sharp to G sharp. So let me show you that. Okay, so you hear the high E at the end. And the third phrase is similar again, but without the triplet this time. So you just get like 2 G sharps as before, but then it goes F sharp to G sharp, semiquaver quickly on the F sharp, and then the bend up to the A like before, and down again at the end of the phrase onto the A. So that's this one. Okay, so the fourth 2-bar phrase is slightly different. It's like 2 sets of 4 quavers. The first one starts on the A, low A, and then there's an extra little grace note here, which is on the F sharp, going to the G sharp and beat 1 of the next bar, then down to E and F sharp. So I'll just play that one. And then the second one of these is almost the same, just the grace note is actually on the E this time, then landing on the F sharp on beat 1 of the second bar. So A down to E, F sharp, and then the same as before. Okay. Okay, so the next 8-bar section starts off slightly different with the first phrase. Starting up on a high A, 2 A's, quavers, these are swing quavers, and then down to 2 G sharps, grace note again up to an A, or a bit like a bend again, and then G sharp, F sharp, E, and then there's this little sort of twiddle, if you like, B grace note going to the C sharp, this is on the second bar of this phrase, and then I just use like a side key D here, which normally is for the high D, but in this case just a very quick side key D, so you can just use it and then get around that rather than having to put all of your fingers down for the D. So you go quickly from the D to the C sharp and then down to the B. So I'll just play that 2-bar phrase slowly. Okay, and then the next 2-bar phrase is I think the same as the first one or the second one, similar sort of thing anyway. I'll just play that one. Yeah, so I think that was the second 2-bar phrase. It's the same as that one. Okay, so the third 2-bar phrase in that section starts with an A grace note landing on the B on beat 1, a crotchet. Then it's quavers A, B, grace note B onto the C sharp. Then again, still swing quavers, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp grace note onto beat 1 of the next bar, which is the G sharp, and then A, G sharp semiquavers landing on an F sharp at the end of that phrase. So let me just play that one for you. Okay, and then the fourth 2-bar phrase of this section is a little bit quick at the start of this one, so it starts on an E, high E, and then I've got some semiquavers on the F sharp, G sharp quickly, and then A on the beat 1 of the next bar. G sharp, F sharp, E, those are all quavers, those 4 notes. Quick grace note on the B going to C sharp, and then B, A, and landing on F sharp on the next beat 1. So that phrase. Okay, then the third 8-bar section, so it's again similar to the start, slightly different at the end of this phrase. I'll just talk through that again. So G sharp, then the triplet, going to the A, G sharp, F sharp as before, and then G sharp, bend up to the A, G sharp, F sharp, E. So that's exactly the same, well, almost exactly the same as the very first phrase, and then there's this grace note on the B going to C sharp on the, this is the next bar, and then I've used again a side key D just to get down from the D to C sharp to B there. So I'll play that one. So slightly different to the first phrase, but not much. Okay, so the second 2-bar phrase of that section, almost the same as the last one, but without the triplet this time, and then also starts on a grace note this time on the F sharp. So F sharp to G sharp on beat 1, then it's semiquavers A and G sharp landing on F sharp into quavers here, swing quavers again, and then G sharp, bend up to the A, back down to the G sharp, F sharp, E, and then it's a C sharp on beat 1 of the next bar, and then there's this little twiddle using this side key D again, so up to the D quickly, back down to the C sharp, and then landing on the E on the second crotchet of that bar. So I'll just play that bit slowly. Yeah. So that last little twiddle is a little bit open for debate, really. That's just how I've played or notated it with the side key D. But yeah, so as I say, it's open to discussion. Could be done slightly differently, but that's just what I heard. Yeah, so the third phrase here is a little bit different. It's like a C sharp crotchet on the first beat with a grace note leading to it. So B to C sharp. Same on the next crotchet, then leading to E, dotted crotchet, and then semiquavers D sharp D, and landing on C sharp on beat 1 of the next bar. So I'll play that one. Okay, so quite quick on those semiquavers. And then the fourth phrase of that section, crotchet F sharp on the last crotchet of that bar with a grace note again on the E. Same on beat 1 of the next bar, dotted crotchet behind you. And then down to an E, and then running up, like running your fingers up quickly up to the B, and then quavers, sort of swing quavers, B, A, G sharp, A, F sharp. So I'll play that phrase. Okay, so that's the fourth phrase of that section. And again, here's the 8 bars altogether. Okay, so the fourth 8-bar section starts with a 2-bar phrase very similar to the first one in the whole piece. So again, that triplet thing, G sharp, going to the triplet G sharp A, G sharp F sharp, G sharp A, bend again, G sharp F sharp E, and then C sharp B to finish that one, slightly different at the end of it. Yep, and then the next one, similar thing, I won't explain that one again, but just play that. So it goes C sharp to E at the end of that one. Apart from that, the same. And then the next little 2-bar phrase, slightly different, again using this side key D a little bit here. So we're going to start on the B grace note going to C sharp, 2 crotchets doing that again at the start, and then E going to the C sharp. This is semiquavers here now, using the side key D, back to the C sharp, B, and then next bar quavers, C sharp again, and then B. So I'll play that one for you. Again, just using that side key D because it's much easier than going from the C sharp to the D like that, and less clunky. Also, it's slightly out of tune, but when you're playing it up to speed, it's not really a problem really. And then the last 2-bar phrase, same thing, starting on the C sharps with the grace note B. So B to C sharp twice, and then E, that same semiquaver thing, C sharp D, C sharp B, and then another similar one, C sharp D, C sharp, and B. I'll play that one. Okay, so the last 8-bar section, similar theme to the whole piece. Again, this first phrase, just minus the triplet. So starting on the F sharp grace note, going to G sharp on the one, and then up to A, G sharp quickly to F sharp, and then into quavers, G sharp A with the bend on that high A again, then G sharp, F sharp E, C sharp crotchet E on the next bar. I'll play that one. Okay, and then the second 2-bar phrase in this section, kind of similar. Let me just go through that again. So F sharp grace note onto the G sharp on beat 1, quickly down A, G sharp, F sharp into quavers again here. So F sharp, G sharp, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, and then there's these like little bends on this C sharp. So you could bend it with your lip or your jaw, or you could even possibly add in grace notes on this. These last 2 notes. It's kind of a, but, or you could use the. Let me play that whole phrase slowly. I think sometimes I maybe use the grace note on the first one and then bend the second one, or whatever feels comfortable really at that point, I think. And the last couple of 2-bar phrases, well, the next one's probably the trickiest of all actually. Starting on an A grace note and then B on beat 1, and then we go to A and B swing quavers, and then there's this triplet again, not the same one actually, but starting on a C sharp, going to the side key again, D, back to C sharp quickly, and then the B, and then into the A and G sharp quavers. Then there's the next bar, G sharp on the first 2 quavers, but bending up to those actually, then F sharp crotchet, and then you've got to jump up to this high B, but with like a grace note A on that one, and 2 Bs actually, and then a grace note F sharp landing on a G sharp. Okay, so a bit awkward, but I'll just play that one slowly for you. Okay, so that's the sort of thing. I'll do that one once more, just to get those bends in on the G sharps as well, especially. So yeah, those G sharps I might actually bend with my lip, or occasionally I might even use the F sharp to bend up to them. Just whatever works really. And then the last phrase is just 2 crotchets, and that's just an A going to an F sharp. Okay guys, so that was Tadow. I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any problems or questions and need any further help, please feel free to give me a shout. I'm on Instagram, you can contact me directly there at jon.melville, jon.melville. Also, if you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing to the Bare Hand channel, that would be really helpful as well. Yeah, give me a shout if you're stuck. Thanks again, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Cheers.